Hey there guys, welcome to my movie vlog. My name's John Campea, and this is my quick review of the first two episodes of the brand new Freeform Marvel-based series, Cloak and Dagger. So the basic gist of Cloak and Dagger is this, at least the first two episodes. We've got these two main characters played by Olivia Holt and Aubrey Joseph. Both of them are great in this series, by the way, but we'll get to them in a second. Now, they don't know each other, but as children, for different reasons, they were both in this body of water when some sort of oil rigging accident goes off that set off a mysterious energy wave that enveloped both of them. Now, nothing happened ever since, and then the two of them come back in touch with each other through some weird set of circumstances, and some latent superpowers begin to manifest themselves. This is the beginning of Cloak and Dagger. Now, we're only two episodes in, and they really haven't given much away at all. I mean, even the two main characters have barely had any contact with each other, and they barely have any screen time together at all. But I'm going to tell you the things that really impressed me about this series so far. Now, I was not really interested in the series. It hasn't been on my radar because it's on Freeform, and who cares about Freeform? But notwithstanding the whole Freeform thing, you know what? They do a couple things really, really right. Number one, and this was important for them to do right off the bat, both of these characters, they come from different backgrounds, one from the right side of the tracks, one from the wrong side of the tracks, but they each have very deep-seated problems that are a little bit of a reflection of their circumstances, but also a reflection of the circumstances in which, when they were children, landed them in that body of water in the first place. The key thing here is both of these characters are good guys. You'd want to root for them. You find yourself feeling empathy for both of them. You want to cheer for them. They are good people. But at the same time, they are far from perfect. Each one of them, and I'm not going to go into any of it because I don't want to spoil anything, but each one of them carries with them a unique set of character flaws, a unique set of personality deficiencies, let's call that, and also their own unique sense of problems. Good people, but are flawed. That even just makes them more relatable, I think. And it also feels like the show is in absolutely no rush to really give us the full scope of what the big picture is going on. Look, it's given us a little bit of insight into the personal drama going on with, say, Cloak, coming into contact with an individual who caused great pain to him and his family. I'm not going to give any more details about that. With Dagger, retouching on deeper issues that she has with her mother. Again, I'm not going to go into any details on that. And current problems that both of them are facing. But they're not rushing into giving us the full picture. We don't even really know what their powers are per se in the show at this point. And like I said at the beginning, the two of them have barely had any screen time together whatsoever at this point. I got to the end of episode 2 and they just were starting their second scene of sharing screen time. But what that creative decision, not having them have a lot of screen time together in the first couple of episodes, has allowed them to do is to really lay the groundwork, not with their relationship, but lay the groundwork where each of them as individual characters are coming from. And I don't think that's always the best approach. But in this particular show, it has really paid off because now when they start to get into the dynamic of these two characters, I feel like I've got a pretty good handle because so much time in the first two episodes was spent examining both of them as individuals and their individual histories and their individual circumstances where they are right now. I feel like now as we're moving into episode 3, which should be coming out this week, as we're moving into episode 3 and we start to get more stuff with them connecting and learning more about each other and even kind of trying to discover what it is these powers are, I feel like I, as an audience member, am going to appreciate it more because they spent so much time in the first two episodes laying all that character groundwork, and now we're ready to launch into it. There is an argument to be made here about just diving right into it right off the bat, and I think there are many shows and movies and circumstances that is the best approach. Just dive right into it, But they made a different creative decision here, and I think this is a great example of you got to take each story on a case-by-case basis. They made the right decision with Cloak and Dagger, and although we don't know what the long-term success of the show is going to be, I don't know, maybe the show completely comes off the rails after this point, but right now they've decided to take a slow burn approach for the first two episodes, but they've filled it with a lot of information, and I think it is poised to be really good. Again, we're only 2 episodes in, but I gotta say, the first 2 episodes have hooked me. I'm hooked, and even though it's on a Freeform thing, but who cares about that? Cloak and Dagger so far is pretty damn good. The question here is, have you seen Cloak and Dagger yet, the first 2 episodes? If so, what did you think about them? Which elements stood out to you as being really positive? What elements stood out as being negative? What do you think about my assessment about them using the first 2 to really lay the foundation of their character work? Jump into the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. And listen, guys, while you're here, why don't you take a second, click on that subscribe button, become a subscriber to my YouTube channel. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, simply @JohnCampea. You can see it right down there. That'll do it for me, guys. Thanks for joining me. My name's John Campea, and until my next video, bye-bye.